Hey dear viewer, and I want to start off by thanking everyone for voting for me on the Best Thread of the Year awards. On Zybis, of course. And thanks to you, the award has come to my threads. Thanks to you, my thread has won this for the 4th time out of the 5 times that this has been organized. So that's insane. And I want to thank you all very much for that. This motivates me once more to go on with what I've been doing. So once more, a huge thanks to everyone. And the second thing I want to talk about is that me and my friend July have come up with a brand new skill. Well, with an idea for it, of course. Quite detailed idea actually. But more about that later in the video. So stay tuned. The Araxxites are back to their easiest rotation, so let's start the episode there. And look at that! A middle leg drop. This episode truly couldn't have started better. Well, it could if I got a fang, but I'm not going to nitpick. I'm already happy I got something. And I get this one at kill 710. And for once I have more middle legs than other pieces. Of course that's because path 2 has become my favorite path, as I've said a few episodes ago. And after my first good drop comes my first death. Honestly, I don't know how I died there. When the acid wave hit me, I clearly clicked to run away. But maybe I clicked a bit too late, I don't know. The sad part is that the sign of life could have saved me, but for some reason I forgot to equip it. I honestly don't know how that's possible. It definitely wasn't on cooldown, because that's my first death of the day. Ah well, let's just call it a sacrifice to the RNG gods. Well, would you look at that, another leg piece. A bottom this time. That sacrifice worked. And I got this at kill 712. And if you know that I got a middle leg at kill 703, another middle leg at 710, and this bottom leg at 712, that means I've gotten 3 leg pieces in 9 kills. I don't think I've ever been so lucky at Araxxi. It's quite remarkable. Also, now I'm 2/3 on the way to my 4th leg. So I'll finally get to use one of my spare webs or eyes. And I'll probably end up selling that weapon. And here I go again getting cleaved when a cute ability launches, pinning me to the same spot. So there's no chance to survive. Thankfully I remembered to equip my sign of life this time. But I guess death wanted to see me. And so I died again. The acid wave hits me, so I moved away very quickly, and all was fine. I thought I already had the kill in the bag. But somehow the acid wave returned sooner than I expected. And it caught me by surprise and I died. It's a shame. I was so close to killing her. But hey, if dying means getting another good drop, then I hope I die a lot more. But for now, I leave that dark hole for what it is, and do an elite clue. Once again sponsored by my favorite aura. 242k. It's not the best elite clue, but I like the Lantidime seeds, and I like the dragon staff, so I decide to keep it. Thanks for the 41k mech. But the thieving lamp, that's not my kind of thing. So let's go and destroy that. Rush of Blood this week is going very good. I've only encountered 2 Glaciers and equally as many waves of air roots. Thankfully many Muspas as well. As you see, I'm not over prepared. Still I'm bringing no overloads and still no familiar. No Scrimshaw or a DPS boosting aura either. And I'm only using Void and 3 tier 90 weapons. Still I managed to complete 20 waves. And this for the 2nd time in maybe 8 or 9 attempts. It's definitely easier than the gold difficulty. There I probably attempted it 30 times before I was able to complete wave 20. So it's kinda weird. Also, my friend Capt Spiff said that you actually only need to complete the platinum wave to unlock all the titles. So that's kinda a bummer that I didn't know that before, because I literally completed 20 waves on each difficulty. And I can tell you that platinum is my favorite difficulty. You don't need to take as much equipment for that. For example, for the gold difficulty, you need ranged weapons to kill the Ascension units, and of course blisterwood weapons to kill those Fire Lords. But obviously not on platinum difficulty. And yeah, the XP book goes to summoning again. The rewards are pretty cool too. I can't complain with a dragon helm. But nothing beats the clue, of course. Whether it's hard or elite, I don't really care, I love them all. Let's immediately go see if those 20 waves of Rush of Blood get an equally awesome reward from this clue. 69k, that's the opposite of awesome. And with those fetch casket scrolls, it actually feels like a punishment too. If the reroll isn't better, I'll probably go completely crazy. And of course the reroll is better. I mean, it hardly could have been worse. The value actually almost doubled. Alas, no great item though. But hey, at least meerkat pouches are better than fetch casket scrolls. Just as I mentioned in the last episode. Now, let's check that elite clue from the skeletal horror. A chance for my treasure trail RNG to redeem itself after getting meerkat pouches and fetch casket scrolls. 334k. Well, that's one of the better rewards I've gotten lately. Although I don't see anything that special. But hey, I do like the royal dragon hides. They'll come in handy for crafting. I mean, it is my goal. And of course those dwarf wheat seeds are awesome as well. Note to self, stop neglecting farming. RuneScape welcomes a new quest, entitled Nomad's Elegy. From what I know, Nomad is in the underworld harnessing energy from the dead. And it's up to the player who allies with the dead to stop him. But one thing doesn't make sense to me, and that's Zonic's appearance. So at the end of the Mighty Fall quest, you get to choose Zonic's fate. Zonic is dying, and you have the option between killing Zonic or sending her to Ubusk. I like Zonic, so I chose the latter. And that's why I don't understand Zonic's involvement in Nomad's Elegy. See, I don't understand how she could end up in Gillinor's underworld. See, each world has their own underworld. So if Zonic died on Ubusk, then we wouldn't see her in Gillinor's underworld. Maybe she's somehow returned to Gillinor? I guess I'll find out in the quest. Unless the lore in the quest is as weird as it was in Heart of Stone. I guess that's a good reason for me not to rush into that quest. One of the reasons actually. Because I'm a person who likes to do quests in chronological order. Not that I've always been doing that, but I have ever since I got the quest cape. And right now I still have 3 other quests to do. So obviously I'll do them before I do Nomad's Elegy. And I'm actually waiting to do those quests until the NXT client is out. And I mean not just out on beta, but officially out. Anyway, now on to the patch notes, which were pretty good as well. Finally the Chaos Giants get a little love. Their drop table has improved. Well, not just improved, but greatly improved. They are now even able to drop dragon pickaxes. So considering that they're not that easy to get to with all those quest requirements, and Fighting them isn't a walk in the park either. So this is definitely a great update. Pirate Pete, who's north of the Ectofunctus, now has a quick travel option. He's the one who takes you to Braindead Island, which is useful because a hard clue can take you there. I went there last week actually, and I was wondering why there was no quick travel option yet, but I guess there is now. After you've completed Troll Invasion for the first time, the next time you go there, you get to choose between easy mode and hard mode Troll Invasion. Every time you had to manually pick that, but no longer. Now Captain Jute, or however you pronounce it, remembers your setting. And last but certainly not least, a whole list of lore drops has their loot beam value increased from 50k to 50k and 1 GP. It may not seem like a big update, but it is. Because if you set your loot beam to 50k, every spirit gem you get will be accompanied by a loot beam. And I can tell you that's a huge disappointment. So it's advised to set your loot beam to 50,001. And if you do, now you'll also see all the lore drops. Let's continue with Araxxi's easiest rotation. And look at that, it's unbelievable, another bottom leg piece. It's raining spider legs. This was kill 725. So I got a middle leg at kill 703. Then a second middle leg at kill 710. 2 kills later, at kill 712, I get a bottom piece. And now at kill 725, I get another bottom leg piece. That means I got 4 leg pieces in 22 kills. That is absolutely insane. So I've definitely been very lucky at Araxxi lately. However, still no Fang though. But I guess it's just a matter of time. I will get it eventually. And hey, making more money in the process isn't such a bad thing. The aquarium clue, I didn't forget it this time. A 268k reward, that's not so bad. I like those onyx ball tips and those lantidime seeds. That Bando's crozier is awesome as well. This is actually the first time I get one of those. And now I have all 6 croziers. So I'd be a fool to reroll it. 250 koi scales. Well, it looks like I reached that cap. So I guess it's time to make some Reefwalker scapes. And some more crafting XP is gained. Yes, another elite clue from the Dwarven Instinct aura. Now let's see if I get lucky this time. 293k. That's actually one of the better recent elite rewards. The onyx ball tips are great, the royal dragon hides are even better, but the best by far is that Gothic's page. Just in time for the Godbook update, which is coming Monday maybe? I don't know. I sure hope so. So I just found out that my strange rock bag is full. I wonder how long it's been that way. I really didn't pay attention to it. That just goes to show how much I care about Comcape requirements. Because it's not like I'll ever get that Comcape anyway. Though I'm totally not against me completing Comcape requirements. I just don't care about them. And I'm also not a fan of the free XP you get from this. Well, free XP and the non-max skills anyway. But yeah, whatever. It's not that much. Pearls, it's the same story as with koi scales earlier. I nearly reached the cap, so I guess it's time to make some jewelry out of them. And there you go, that's 3 Leviathan rings. And some crafting XP of course. But I can't say that I don't like the profit from it. So a brand new treasure hunter concept has been added to RuneScape. This time it's a boss fight. And I gotta say, I do like this concept. It's nice that we get at least a few free kills. And there are 4 difficulties to this boss. The same difficulties as with clues. ranging from easy to elite. And I gotta say that elite one is really tough to fight, especially when you don't want to waste overloads or any other DPS boosting things, such as scrimshaws, because in my opinion the rewards aren't that great. The biggest rewards you can get from it are all cosmetic, which kind of makes sense because it's treasure hunter. And that's why I'm not going full out against that boss. I have given the elite boss a couple of tries, and I got to say, it's a great walk practice, and that is really something I need to get better at. Even though most big bosses have anti-walk mechanics, with the corporeal beast being one of the most notorious in that. But of course the hard one is way easier, and I can actually kill him without much effort. With that I mean by not using overloads or scrimshaws as I mentioned earlier. I don't even need food, so that's pretty much why I'm sticking with the hard one. I can kill this one with the walking tactic, and yeah, the practice did me good. But he's still quite hard, and I killed it just in time. The reason why I use magic while walking the boss is purely because of metamorphosis. I've also tried ranging the boss, and that went much better. I easily got the kill, I didn't get hit a lot, and was easily able to avoid all the special attacks, which isn't that hard when you're not walking the boss. Well, when you're standing far away from the boss. Also, as you can see, this is recorded in the NXT client. I was able to access the beta and I really wanted to try this. The NXT client has been hyped a lot and it definitely delivered. Even though there are still a few bugs here and there, the NXT client is way better than the Java client already. It's just a shame that the beta doesn't stay open. And that's all for this episode. Now for a short overview of everything. Compared to the previous episode, I haven't come one step closer to the Noxious set. However, I did gain a few leg pieces. One middle and two bottoms to be precise. And at the moment I'm at Araxxi kill 740. Also, I don't plan to go to Araxxi before or during the double XP weekend. So that means I won't be getting closer to the Noxious set by next episode either. I haven't killed the Queen Black Dragon this episode, so you may think that I didn't advance in my road to 36k dragon heights. But thanks to those elite clues I have. Only a little bit though. I only have 4.3k of them now, so there's still a long way to go. But after the double XP weekend of course. In the last episode I said I would work on getting a Herblord's supplies for the double XP weekend. Well, I haven't really found the time for that. But I have been making unfinished potions. That is something, right? However, if I look at the supplies I already have, then I realize that I don't have that much to do. I do want to kill some more giant moles though. Now about the skill idea July and I came up with. Basically, it's a non-combat version of Slayer, so the mechanics are roughly the same. How it works is you go to the skill master and he assigns you a task. This task can be anything. Running laps on the Apatol agility course, mining pure essence, mining Seren stones, harvesting vibrant energy, fishing lobsters, hunting Jadinkos, crafting air runes, stealing from knights of Ardoin, crafting dragonhide bodies, making prayer potions, and so on and so on. There are actually 157 tasks. Obviously this will give a lot of variation, so it'll let us revisit low level game content. That way it still has a use for when you're a higher level. The name of the skill is Polymathy. And if you're interested in more, there's a huge thread on the official RuneScape forums. I'll add the link and the quick find code in the description. And if you want to see that skill, be sure to support us on RuneLabs. I'll add a link to that in the description as well. Thank you for watching everyone. I hope you've enjoyed it. When the next episode will be out, I don't know yet. If I do it before the bonus XP weekend, then I'm afraid I might not have enough content, so expect it when the weekend is over. If you've enjoyed it, like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more. But I'd also like to hear from you, so leave a comment. See you in the next video.